I want to tell you a story about how I learned how important networking is. It was a fall day. Now I live in a town called Portland, Oregon. And in the fall there, sometimes it's a beautiful time and the leaves start falling off the trees and the rain hasn't started yet. And you drive along and you hear the crunch of all those leaves under the tires. Well, on this particular day, I drove to a local jewelry store because I'd made a purchase for the lady in my life. So I went in, finalized the purchase, and I said to the young lady, would you mind cutting that little tag off of that pearl necklace for me? She said, sure. Scissors, clipped it, put it back in the box, and handed it to me. So I went out in the car, put it in my attaché case, drove back to work, where I was headed for, of all things, a board meeting. The board meeting for me was a total surprise. My board and I agreed to disagree, and they asked that I be gone by the following Monday. Well, let me put it this way. It was a long drive home. And like so often happens in Portland, it started raining. Not the kind of rain you get in the rest of the country. Out there, what happens is it comes straight down the sky. Doesn't blow, doesn't do anything, just... So I got out of the car. When I got home, pulled the case out, slammed the door, trudged down to the door to the house, walked in, hung my coat up, put my attaché case in the den, and then told my wife, this is what happened. It was a long evening and a much longer night. Somewhere in the middle of it, I don't know where, I couldn't sleep. I got up, I walked into the den, sat down, turned on the desk light, and automatically opened up my attaché case and saw the blue velvet box. I took it out, opened it on my desk, and lifted the necklace out to see what it looked like. At which point, a single pearl bounced on the top of the desk. Now the cat, who had come in earlier to see what was going on, she looked like a hockey player as she seized on that thing. Bang! Off the desk it went, out into the hallway, and I heard her out there banging it off the walls. I thought, oh golly, well... So I got up and I walked out into the hallway, and as I stepped out, the pearl rolled up and hit my foot. Now, in order to avoid having a clawed foot, I reached down and grabbed her, then I picked up the pearl and walked back in and sat down at the desk. Now, the reason there was only one pearl bouncing is maybe you don't know this. When they string pearls, they put a knot between each one of them. So only one would bounce. It's not like you see in the movies where they go all different directions. But I looked at that necklace and I looked at that individual pearl and I said, you know, here's the reality. There's a way for me to take advantage of what's going on here. That night, I took a leap of faith. I said, I'm going to trust in my reputation to build a business. And so what I did was I carefully put together a letter. And that letter was sent to just 60 people in the Advertising Golf Association. And it told them what I was going to do as a consultant. I got 6 responses. 2 said, good luck. 2 said, here's a referral for you. I think you might be able to help these people. And 2 said, would you accept this engagement? That was in 1990. What I learned about networking along the way is amazing.
There are pearls to be had by networking, those gems of contacts that can help you build a business, a career, or a life of joy. Let me show you how to find your string of pearls.